Welcome to my channel Old Valuable Coins. Have you ever wondered if that small dime in your pocket could make you a millionaire? Some rare US dimes are worth thousands to even millions of dollars today. The most valuable include the 1894 S Barber dime, with only 9 known to exist, one of which sold for over $1.9 million. Another gem is the 1942-41 Mercury dime, a minting error that collectors pay big money for. Even modern dimes with rare mint mistakes, double dies, or missing letters can bring huge profits. So before you spend that 10-cent coin, grab a magnifying glass. You might be holding a fortune. Always check your change. Your dime could be worth millions. First up, the 1973 one-dime coin features the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. Designed by John R. Sinek, this design first appeared in 1946 to honor Roosevelt's leadership and his role in establishing the March of Dimes Foundation. On the front, you'll see the word Liberty to the left of Roosevelt's profile, the motto "In God We Trust" below his chin, and the date 1973 to the right. Some coins also include a mint mark, showing where they were made. There were 3 main mints producing the 1973 dimes: the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, the Denver Mint marked with a D, and the San Francisco Mint marked with an S. The San Francisco Mint primarily struck proof coins for collectors, while Philadelphia and Denver produced circulation coins. Knowing your mint mark is important, because some mint varieties are more valuable than others. The coin's reverse shows a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left for peace and an oak branch on the right for strength and independence. Around the edge are the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 dime. Now let's talk about composition. By 1973, US dimes were no longer made of silver. From 1965 onward, the mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition, an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. So, the 1973 dime weighs about 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. Although these are common in circulation, some rare varieties and errors have turned ordinary dimes into valuable collector pieces. One of the most searched topics among coin collectors is the value of the 1973 Roosevelt dime. In circulated condition, most are only worth their face value of 10 cents. However, uncirculated examples graded MS-65 or higher can sell for several dollars, while rare errors or proof coins can be worth much more. For instance, a 1973 D dime in pristine mint state condition can reach prices between $10 and $25. But when certified at the highest grade levels, MS-67 or MS-68, the value can jump dramatically, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars depending on collector demand. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another story. These coins were struck with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, intended for collectors. A 1973 S-proof dime with deep cameo contrast can range between $5 and $50, and exceptionally perfect examples graded PR70 can be worth over $100 at auction. Collectors also pay close attention to error coins. The 1973 one dime has been found with several interesting mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, missing clad layers, and wrong planchet errors. These mistakes happen during the minting process and can make the coin extremely valuable. For example, a 1973 dime missing its outer nickel layer can reveal the red copper core, and such an error coin might sell for hundreds of dollars depending on its condition and eye appeal. Off-center strike errors where the design is not properly aligned can also fetch high prices, especially if the date is still visible. Another fascinating aspect of the 1973 Roosevelt dime is its place in American coinage history. The 1970s represented a period of high coin production, but it was also a time when error coins were more likely to slip through because of high minting speeds and machinery wear. So, while the majority of 1973 dimes are common, a few rare ones escaped with unique characteristics that make them treasures for today's collectors. When determining your coin's value, consider 4 main factors: mint mark, condition, strike quality, and errors. Start by checking if your dime has an S, D, or no mint mark. Then look at the condition, whether it's circulated or uncirculated. Uncirculated dimes show no signs of wear, with sharp details and luster. Proof coins from San Francisco are easy to identify because of their shiny surfaces. Next, it's essential to check for doubling or unusual features on the lettering or Roosevelt's profile. A double die error on Liberty or In God We Trust can be a rare and valuable find. Edge reading, strike sharpness, and mint luster all play roles in determining its grade and market worth. Over the years, Collectors have also found transitional and die adjustment strikes for dimes of this period. While extremely rare, such anomalies can reach thousands of dollars in auctions if authenticated and certified. That's why every coin enthusiast should inspect 1973 dimes carefully before spending or selling them. It's also important to know that coin values fluctuate with time based on collector demand, precious metal markets, and rarity discoveries. A dime that sold for a few dollars years ago might now bring in much more due to its grade or growing scarcity in high condition. If you're interested in collecting 1973 dimes, consider storing them in a cool, dry environment in protective holders to prevent oxidation or scratches. Coins in original mint packaging or with proof sets often retain higher value. Regular dimes found in circulation may not bring large profits, but special mint errors or gem uncirculated pieces could surprise you. Always handle coins by their edges to avoid fingerprints and oils that can damage surfaces. For those planning to research values further, it's helpful to compare recent auction results and price guides that show how 1973 dimes perform in today's market. The Roosevelt dime series continues to attract collectors because it's both affordable and rich in history. Many people enjoy putting together complete sets from 1946 to the present, including all mint marks and proof issues. The 1973 issue fits right into that timeline as part of America's modern clad coinage era, representing the durability and everyday beauty of US currency. When you come across a shiny or unusual 1973 dime, take a closer look. It could be an error coin, a proof, or a high-grade example that's worth holding on to. Even though most 1973 dimes are common, every coin tells a story, from the minting presses to the pockets and collections of millions of Americans. Next up, the 32nd President of the United States, and has a rich story that connects history, minting technology, and modern coin collecting value. Let's talk about everything there is to know about the 1976 D dime. Even though it was struck during the nation's bicentennial year, it's interesting that the Roosevelt dime design did not receive a special bicentennial version like the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. Instead, the dime of 1976 kept its standard design, a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The 1976 D dime was minted in huge quantities, over 868 million pieces at the Denver Mint. Because of this, most examples are common in circulation today. However, certain examples can carry a surprising premium, especially if they are in mint condition, contain errors, or have been preserved in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Collectors are always searching for those rare variations that can make an ordinary dime turn into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. His initials JS appear below Roosevelt's neck. The word liberty is inscribed along the left edge. In God We Trust sits to the left of Roosevelt's chin, and the year 1976 is struck below the bust. To the right of the date, you can see the small D mint mark for Denver. On the reverse, the central torch is flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, representing the values that Roosevelt embodied and the ideals of America: liberty, peace, and strength. The words United States of America circle the top rim, E pluribus unum appears across the center, and one dime is inscribed along the bottom edge. Now, when it comes to the metal composition, the 1976 D dime is made of a copper-nickel clad, a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel on the outer layers, bonded to a pure copper core. The total weight of the coin is 2.27 grams, with a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. It's a small but durable coin, designed to withstand decades of circulation. So how can this coin be valuable? The key factors are condition, errors, and rarity. Let's start with condition. Dimes that are uncirculated, showing no wear and having full luster, can be worth much more than face value. A typical uncirculated 1976 D dime in mint state condition might sell for around $1 or $2, but coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional standards can fetch between $10 and $50. However, coins with exceptional eye appeal or full strike details, often called full bands, can be worth significantly more. The full bands designation refers to the horizontal lines across the torch on the reverse side. If these lines are sharply struck and fully separated, it indicates a high-quality strike from the mint, which is rare for certain years and mint locations. A 1976 D dime with full bands in top condition can sometimes sell for $100 or more depending on collector demand. Error coins are another major factor that can raise the value dramatically. Collectors are constantly looking for 1976D dimes with minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or transitional errors. One of the most desirable errors is the double die obverse, where doubling of the date or lettering can be clearly seen under magnification. Another rare and valuable type is a broad strike, where the coin was struck outside of its retaining collar, giving it a larger, misshapen appearance. Some 1976D dimes have also been found with missing clad layers, showing the copper core underneath. This gives the coin a distinctive reddish color and can easily sell for hundreds of dollars to the right collector. Off-metal errors, though extremely rare, are worth checking for as well. These happen when a dime is accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a penny or a foreign coin. Another category that adds to the dime's allure is proof-like or specially struck examples. While Denver did not produce proof coins in 1976, those were made only in San Francisco. Some 1976D dimes were struck with unusually high-quality dies or under special conditions, creating a mirror-like surface. These can be highly appealing to collectors and bring premium prices. It's also worth understanding the historical significance behind this coin. The 1976 dime carries the legacy of the American bicentennial year, a time of national pride, celebrations, and special minting activities. Although the dime did not feature a bicentennial design, its presence in circulation during that historic year connects it to a major milestone in United States history. People who lived through that time often keep coins from 1976 as keepsakes, making the dime a symbol of everyday American life during the bicentennial celebration. Let's talk about what collectors look for when examining a 1976D dime. They check for strong luster, minimal contact marks, clean surfaces, and sharp details on Roosevelt's hair and the torch's flame. Any weakness or flatness can lower the grade. They also use magnification to look for doubling, die cracks, and other unusual features that may make the coin unique. For people who find a 1976D dime in pocket change, it's always worth inspecting closely. Even circulated examples can surprise you if they have an error or unusual feature. Many valuable error coins have been discovered by ordinary people simply paying attention to small differences. A slightly off-center strike, a missing mint mark, or an odd color can make a huge difference. In terms of market demand, Roosevelt dimes remain a popular series among both beginner and advanced collectors. Because they're modern, affordable, and easy to find, they make an excellent entry point for anyone starting a coin collection. The 1976D dime, being part of the bicentennial year, adds an extra layer of interest and nostalgia. Some collectors build complete Roosevelt dime sets, from 1946 to present, seeking high-grade examples for each year and mint mark. Within those sets, finding perfectly struck 1976D dimes can be a rewarding challenge. When it comes to storage and preservation, experts recommend keeping uncirculated or error dimes in protective holders such as 2x2 flips, capsules, or airtight containers to prevent tarnish and scratches. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can destroy its natural luster and lower its collectible value. While most 1976D dimes are common, their potential for rare variations makes them exciting. Coins with rare die errors or exceptional strikes can bring strong auction results, with some examples selling for over $500 in top condition. A few notable cases of high-grade full-band 1976D dimes have fetched even higher prices at coin shows and online auctions. Whether you're a collector, a hobbyist, or simply someone who loves American history, the 1976D dime offers a fascinating look into U.S. minting, design, and the lasting legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt. It's a small coin that represents a big piece of history, connecting everyday currency with a time of national pride and celebration. Next up, the 1977 dime features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. This design was created by John R. Sinnock and first introduced in 1946, shortly after Roosevelt's death. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, you'll find Roosevelt's profile facing left, with the word Liberty inscribed along the left edge, the national motto "In God We Trust" placed just below his chin, and the date 1977 appearing to the right. Just above the date, there's often a small mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. In 1977, dimes were struck at 3 primary U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, the ones from Denver have a small D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S mark and are proof coins specially made for collectors. The composition of the 1977 dime is copper-nickel clad, meaning it has an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This change was introduced in 1965 when the United States Mint stopped using silver for regular dimes due to rising silver prices. Each dime weighs 2.27 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter. When it comes to mintage numbers, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 868 million dimes, while the Denver Mint struck more than 376 million. The San Francisco Mint added about 3.25 million proof coins for collectors. With such large numbers, the 1977 dime isn't considered rare in circulation. However, specific errors and high-grade examples can be surprisingly valuable today. Collectors often look for coins that have been preserved in mint state condition, meaning the coin has no wear and retains its original luster. A 1977 dime graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading companies can sell for impressive prices at auctions, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of dollars. The key factors that determine value are condition, mint mark, and any unique errors or die varieties. Error coins are where things get interesting. Some 1977 dimes show off-center strikes, broad strikes, or double dies where the design elements appear slightly doubled. Others may have missing mint marks, clipped planchets, or lamination errors. These mistakes happened during the minting process and make such coins highly desirable among collectors. Even though the 1977 dime is made of base metals, its design carries a powerful historical message. The image of Roosevelt honors his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his creation of the March of Dimes, an organization dedicated to fighting polio. The reverse design of the dime, featuring a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, symbolizes liberty, peace, and strength, ideals deeply rooted in the American spirit. For collectors, the 1977 dime represents a continuation of American numismatic history that spans decades. When examining a 1977 dime, it's important to look closely at the details: the sharpness of the lettering, the clarity of Roosevelt's hair, and the condition of the torch on the reverse side. Coins with full details and minimal wear tend to be far more appealing and valuable. Proof coins from 1977, struck at the San Francisco Mint, have mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. These coins were never intended for circulation and are found mostly in proof sets. Collectors who find a perfect PR70 example, which means flawless under magnification, can see strong demand for it on the collector's market. While most 1977 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, high-grade or error examples can command significant premiums. For example, a 1977D dime in superb uncirculated condition has been known to sell for over $300, while certain error coins, such as off-center strikes or double dies, can fetch even higher amounts depending on rarity and eye appeal. When searching through pocket change, coin rolls, or old jars, always take time to inspect your dimes carefully. You might be holding a little piece of American history that's more valuable than you think. Pay attention to the date, mint mark, and any unusual details on the surface. A strong magnifying glass and good lighting can help you spot small differences that make a big impact in value. Collectors and hobbyists often recommend storing coins like the 1977 dime in protective holders to prevent scratches and oxidation. Proper handling and storage can make a big difference in preserving the coin's appearance and long-term value. Avoid cleaning coins, as cleaning can actually decrease their worth by removing the original luster. The 1977 dime remains a symbol of the modern American economy and continues to circulate widely even today. Whether found in everyday change or in a carefully assembled coin collection, it represents the enduring importance of Roosevelt's legacy and the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. As time passes, high-quality examples will become scarcer, especially those that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. That's why many collectors are now paying close attention to coins from the 1970s, including the 1977 dime, as these coins transition from common to collectible. Even though it's small in size, the dime plays a huge role in the U.S. monetary system and carries over 75 years of design heritage. Each 1,977 dime serves as a tangible reminder of Roosevelt's leadership and the enduring values of liberty and strength that continue to define the nation. So next time you come across a 1977 dime, take a moment to study its details. You never know, the coin in your pocket could be worth more than 10 cents. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a serious numismatist, the 1977 United States dime is a coin worth knowing and appreciating. Now we will explore the 1978 dime holds not only monetary value but also historical and numismatic significance. Even though it was produced in large numbers, there are details, mint marks, and condition factors that can make certain 1978 dimes valuable and collectible today. The 1978 dime features the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinnott. The obverse side of the coin shows Roosevelt facing left with the word Liberty inscribed along the edge, along with the motto "In God We Trust" and the date 1978. Below Roosevelt's neck, you can see the initials JS, which stand for the designer's name, John Sinnott. On the reverse side, the coin carries a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength and independence. The inscriptions include United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 dime. The 1978 dime was struck at two major mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, while the Denver mint coins carry a small D mint mark located to the left of the torch on the reverse side. Both versions are composed of copper-nickel clad, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The total weight of the coin is 2.27 grams, with a diameter of 17.9 millimeters and a reeded edge. Although 1978 dimes are not made of silver, many collectors still search for high-grade uncirculated examples or proof-like strikes that show full torch bands and sharp details. Such coins can sell for more than their face value, especially if they are preserved in pristine mint state condition. Collectors often look for 1978 dimes with strong strike details, no scratches, and full bands on the reverse torch, a feature known as full torch or full bands designation, which indicates a high-quality strike. In circulated condition, most 1978 dimes are worth face value, about 10 cents, since millions were produced and used in daily commerce. However, uncirculated examples graded MS-65 or higher can sell for a few dollars, while near-perfect examples graded MS-67 or MS-68 can command higher prices at auction. Some rare proof-like or error dimes from 1978 have also been found to sell for hundreds of dollars depending on their rarity and demand. One of the key areas of interest among collectors is the search for errors and varieties. While the 1978 dime is not known for major varieties, a few minor errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and broad strikes can make these coins significantly more valuable. Error coins are always exciting to find because they represent mistakes that slipped through the mint's quality control process. A 1978 dime with an off-center strike showing a portion of the design missing can easily sell for several times its face value, depending on the severity of the misalignment. Another interesting aspect of the 1978 Roosevelt dime is its place in the long-running Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946. This series replaced the Mercury dime and has been minted continuously ever since. The 1978 dime falls within the modern copper-nickel clad era that started in 1965, after the U.S. Mint discontinued silver coinage for circulation. Therefore, if you find a 1978 dime that appears to be silver in color or feels heavier than normal, it's worth checking. It might be a rare minting error struck on a leftover silver planchet or an experimental composition. Coin enthusiasts also appreciate the 1978 dime for its connection to American history and design consistency. Despite its small size, this coin carries a lasting tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, honoring his leadership and his role in establishing the March of Dimes program to fight polio. The design has remained largely unchanged for decades, symbolizing continuity and tradition in U.S. coinage. If you are interested in collecting 1978 dimes, it's a good idea to check your pocket change or old coin jars. You might come across an uncirculated or lightly circulated example that still holds luster and detail. Storing your coins properly in protective holders or albums can help preserve their condition and value over time. Avoid cleaning coins, as cleaning can damage the surface and reduce collectible value. When evaluating a 1978 dime, consider factors such as luster, strike sharpness, and the absence of scratches or spots. A coin with a full torch, bright original mint luster, and no visible marks will be more desirable to collectors. For those who enjoy coin roll hunting, searching through rolls of dimes from banks can be a fun and inexpensive way to find older coins like the 1978 dime. It's also worth noting that the Roosevelt dime remains one of the most produced denominations in U.S. history. Because of this, common dates like 1978 are affordable entry points for new collectors. However, rare die errors or exceptionally high-grade examples are what can make a 1978 dime stand out in the market today. While the melt value of a copper-nickel 1978 dime is less than its face value, the numismatic or collector value can be much higher. Auction records show that top-graded 1978 dimes have sold for impressive prices, particularly coins with perfect surfaces and full torch bands. Collectors often pay premiums for coins certified by top grading companies when they are in mint state 68 or higher condition. Whether you collect coins for investment or hobby, understanding the details of the 1978 dime can help you appreciate its beauty and value. From the mint marks to the design and condition, each element contributes to its overall worth. Keeping an eye out for unusual varieties, strong strikes, and uncirculated coins is the key to finding hidden value in everyday pocket change. The 1978 Roosevelt dime may seem ordinary, but it remains a lasting symbol of American history, artistry, and tradition. Its simple yet powerful design continues to be recognized by millions of people. Every dime tells a story, and the 1978 dime carries with it the story of a nation that values freedom, unity, and resilience. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or beginner collector, this coin is a small but meaningful piece of history worth knowing and preserving.